Take 5. We're going to cut out all the swearing and the temper tantrums. Okay. As we have the opportunity to key decision makers like yourselves with responsibility for influencing and maximizing efficiency of company operations, we hear about challenges you face with equipment and your tool rental process. In fact, 3 numbers. 82, 46, 24, 15 tell a story about the need to increase visibility and accountability, streamline and achieve a greater cost control and cost reduction in the rental process. 82, according to survey results from the Aberdeen Group, 82% of industrial customers and commercial firms say that an increase in rental utilization would result in an increase in operational ROI. However, that same survey, 46% of companies and decision makers acknowledge that they do not track utilization. And 24 and 15, based on data RSC has tracked over the past several years, 24% of rental equipment is past the estimated return date. And 15 is the duration of those overdue rentals. Leaders like yourselves have shared with RSC how rental is affecting short and long-term strategies. Here's another way to look at it. Today, our customers tell us about different factors that affect the overall equipment rental scenario. First off, they're decentralized, and the decentralized process presents challenges to their overall effectiveness. They also tell us that they have varying systems to manage the rental process. Numerous vendors are enlisted to meet the company's rental needs. Multiple employees who are involved in executing the rental of tools and equipment. And then lastly, numerous crafts that must be provided the right tools and the right equipment at the right time. So, what are the results of these 3 different factors impacting the equipment scenario? Number 1, companies end up renting too much equipment, and there's duplication, which leads to waste across the projects. 2, equipment is often kept past its time frame, resulting in increased expenses. And lastly, there is too many people in the complexity of the rental process. You have varying people jumping in and out using multiple systems and processes. What are the results? There's too much, too long, and too complex. Are excessive rental costs and excessive time spent managing to reduce the productivity, using people your most precious asset? I mean, this right here causes chaos. And what we call that is a reactive fragmented process. And it puts your organization at risk. So, the greatest risk is not knowing how this approach threatens future goals. Effectively getting you from today to a desired future level of operational excellence is affected by equipment management. Failure to move from the reactive process limits your organization's potential growth trajectory. So, how do some of these organizations choose to address their equipment rental risks? And many do so by choosing price as their determining factor for their decision-making process. They seek the lowest line item pricing and perceive advantageous terms as a way to effectively manage the equipment rentals. In fact, price has been shown to have only a 1/6 financial impact of truly facing the issues. And what are those issues? Too much, too long, too complex. In other words, choosing to manage equipment rental by seeking the lowest price sends you down in the abyss. Companies are choosing to work with RSC because they seek to find a better way to bridge the gap from today and the future. They recognize that the equipment rental and overall equipment management affects the employee productivity, employee engagement, and overall project success. And only by working with RSC are they able to achieve these operational goals. So let's look at each of these goals and how best-in-class organizations are working with RSC to achieve them. The first goal is that of improved visibility and accountability. What if your team had a true insight into all aspects of the rental process? With tools such as RSC's Total Control, you can have unparalleled visibility, management, and functionality to optimize your rental process, thus reducing redundancies, late rentals, returns. And with RSC's management by exception strategy, you can focus on actionable data, based on criteria that you define, to empower you and your team to make the best strategic equipment decisions. Some firms also, leverage RSC's GPS technology. The second goal is to streamline the operations and process. What if you had a partner in managing equipment effectively? With RSC's managed service strategies, you will have a dedicated advocate, familiar with your organization and its processes, to assist in making sure that equipment needs are managed most effectively. You will have the tools you will have the equipment and tools necessary to maximize productivity. Most importantly, you will have a partner in maintaining a safe, efficient work environment for everybody on your team. Thirdly, third goal is that of cost control and cost reduction. What if you had the right tools, the right strategy to make a substantial impact on your organization's equipment costs and ROI? With total control, we have custom KPIs. You have benchmarked against the industry. You and your organization will be able to operate at the highest level. You will have custom data to validate and justify rental decisions. And more importantly, you will have actionable information to make future decisions. Companies are choosing RSC to deliver these results. And we call this strategy RSC Consumption Management. It's a new strategy that companies like yourself are successfully leveraging to magnify their savings to a level of 6 times that of price. And it can only be accomplished by working with RSC. I mean, having the right equipment at the right time with streamlined processes that drives cost savings is the heart of consumption management. And this draws the bridge that crosses the gap from today to an area and a level in the future of operating efficiencies that impact your company's success. So if you want to truly align yourself, all of the factors associated with equipment rentals, and you want to move from a fragmented to a reactive process to a true proactive rental program, and if you want to replace risk with success, then the only clear path is to work with RSC. And this is what best-in-class organizations are choosing to do. The combined powers of you and RSC will drive your organization to unparalleled future success. So where do we go from here?